No, it's like, okay, so that's
Okay.
the defining thing, yeah.
Woohoo! Finally, I won.
Oh, the stream's up? Oh,
Okay, I hope so. Better be. Says it is.
I'm gonna check right now. I think Lexi might have a faster way of checking it.
Well, apparently I had to
No,
reload my
Oh, sweet.
stream key and all kinds of other stupid shit. Just being a
I'm gonna load up my.
okay.
Showing up with my PlayStation.
All right, we're back. Welcome to Janai Studios live stream. I'm also doing a build meetup with a Mechfur group, so you're going to be hearing some background noise over there. Sorry, I'm talking over everyone. The push to talk things
That's fine.
being a pain in the ass. But anyway, so we're just jumping right in. Everyone's doing their thing. Everyone keep doing their thing.
I can't wait to show you my modifications. I'm so proud of it.
I saw some of your pictures that you sent me on Messenger. I've just been really busy. I haven't had a chance to respond to stuff.
Yeah, no, but I'm gonna like show you my detail, like everything.
Ooh, I'm gonna need to buy paint. What's that? Eventually. Not today. I'm not buying paint today. Maybe Friday.
Kit elbow bend, 90-degree elbow bend, and it feels so good about it.
Yeah. I got the RX-78-2 version 3. I actually really like how its box art is. It's pretty nice. That's the cool thing. Like all these cards, that thing and stuff they're showing is that it's all the box art from the kits and stuff.
No,
so
we're not
like
working on
big,
that. Standard colors we've been working on.
My microphone's coming through all right?
Yep.
Okay.
Can hear you just fine. So yeah.
Different cards. I got like I think 3 or 4 different duplicates.
Supposed to spec.
Yeah, it's confusing for me for some of these cards because it said it's like there's only 5 holographic cards. Well, and so they're going, it's like, well, what counts as holographic and what counts as metallic in a sense? Because like the first card I pulled was this Gundam Unit 4, and there's barely like any metallic coloring or any painting and stuff like that. It was only until I started getting to once I paid attention to the back of the paper, I was like, oh, that actually tells me which ones are holographic and which ones are metallic.
Well, they all look nice, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, it's all the box art. So.
Oh, what you building there, buddy?
The Seal Nova Dark Gray is one of the 30-minute mission kits, one of the newer ones.
Quick question: is 30-minute missions part of the Gundam line? Because like this one I saw of a Build Dive Guy.
Not exactly. No, it's just Bandai's little offset kind of.
Oh, okay.
I kind of look at it as like I haven't built one yet, but I think that the 30-minute missions are kind of a like an intro into customization and kit bashing because they come with like the different option sets and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They come with that.
Did
you say there was an issue with my stream there?
Yeah, on my Switch it popped up saying something went wrong, sent a report, but I reloaded the stream and everything's good now.
Okay.
It's running for me, so.
I'm gonna mute here and there because I'm heading out to the store. I need to get milk and bread and stuff. I have to adult.
Gotta get bread, milk.
Yeah.
I'm still, and that's like I ordered 2 Seal Novas from I pre-order of 4 of them from USA Gundam. For some reason, they're just, I don't know if they're just having trouble or something. I mean, they apparently that they don't or something because, I mean, they keep saying it's like, oh, we're getting a big restock of everything. Yet, no, I'm still getting them.
I'll load up the stream when I get back. I'm gonna mute real quick.
Yep. It's like, there's like, here, click this button so that way you get notified of when something gets restocked. Yeah, I did that for like 2 units months ago, and it still hasn't. It's like I got emails saying that they're back in stock. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I go into the shop and I've been checking back for like the past 3-4 months, and it hasn't changed one bit. So I'm sitting there going, so are they in stock or no?
Well, I got my notification yesterday, dropped off in my mailbox to pick up the Asura Ninetales by Kotobukiya that I've had sitting at customs since the 29th of June. And that's literally a 12-hour drive from here to customs. So there's really no excuse for why it took that long. Other than customs just didn't feel like getting around to it, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with some things like that.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I'm not building...
One thing with these...
Yeah, go ahead.
Good. There you go.
I was going to say, I'm not building anything new on this particular build meet because I'm also doing stream. And I'm really, like, this project I've been working on since February. And it was due for my brother because his birthday was in March. And I really just want to get it done so I can move on to other projects at this point. So that's why I'm just working on painting the same thing that I've been painting for frickin' seems like a decade now.
Oh.
What?
You're no longer streaming.
I'm no longer streaming. What?
You're streaming on my end.
Well, it just canceled out for me. Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's good.
I'll say it's still up for me.
Actually, it seems to be a really good turnaround today. Like, what I'm saying, Corin's responding to almost right away. Oh, but then again, that's on Discord. Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is actually really good today. I'm impressed.
This beats commenting in the comment section.
Yes. But I'm sure it's taxing the shit out of my router right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure my router is up to... What's that?
I would say stream-wise, it's slight. There's like slight choppiness here and there, but other than that, I mean, it's still going.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it really, like I said, my router is probably up there just screaming. Considering PlayStation is downloading the Fallout 76 update, I'm streaming on basically 2 locations at the moment, and then Nelly is on what? Discord and your computer?
Oh, no. I'm not on Discord.
Oh, or on YouTube on your computer and probably the internet as well?
Nope.
No?
Just YouTube, my dear.
Just YouTube? Oh.
I had to go onto the internet to grab myself a quick reference, but
Okay.
that was it.
Yeah, she's trying to catch up on some face-ups that she took on yesterday. I think she's up to 8 commissions right now. She's trying to get knocked out.
Always fun.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Always fun.
It's my favorite.
It's like I'm no artist and I don't do commissions, but I can understand the pain.
Oh boy.
Well, that's one of the things I'm trying. I need to get all of my little projects done so that I can then start taking some commissions myself. And I can't take commissions if I've got, I'm balls deep in this project that I really want to get finished.
I mean, you can, but then you'll never get it finished.
Yeah, exactly. If I take on commissions, then I gotta put this on hold to work on those, and then it'll be 2 Christmases from now on. I'll be like, "Hey, Bubs, happy birthday!"
Like happy late 2-year birthday.
Yeah, I actually did that with a buddy of mine recently. He had a birthday, he got married, bought a house, and then Christmas came. And by the time Christmas got here, I had finally finished his project. And I don't know if you may have seen it. It was the Thor hammer on the rock with the Stormbringer axe and the lightning effect and all that. But yeah, I mean, that took me the better part of 7 months to complete. And by the time I finally got it, and he loves it, don't get me wrong. He thinks it's awesome and everything. But by the time he got it, it's like, yeah, so happy birthday, congratulations on getting married and buying a house, and Merry Christmas.
Like, let's just throw it all together in one place.
Yeah, we'll just call it Hanukkah.
Birthday anniversary.
Birthday anniversary? Nice.
There you go.
So these Gundam cards, are they like just for collection, or are they like a trading card game?
No, it's just a collection. All the art and stuff is just straight up the box art. Like, if you
Okay. Because I could see Gundam becoming a tabletop card game actually, collectible much in the
not.
huh?
If they were to start doing a trading card game like that and stuff, I'm pretty sure I would turn into my friend when it comes to what he just did. Like my friend, we're starting to try and get into Magic the Gathering, and well, I think he said he spent like 60 some bucks. Well, he's now the owner of 14,000 cards after that 60 bucks.
So I wouldn't know anything about Magic the Gathering. Those are all the up until what a year and a half ago's dual deck Planeswalker dual decks intro packs. I managed to grab the Global Series limited edition Chinese set that is going to be worth some money because they're never going to continue that line. I recently sold off pretty much all of my excess stock cards. Got rid of them because I don't really play anymore so much as they just sit on the shelf. So there's no point in having all of these cards that are only good for modern play. And with COVID, there's not anyone to play with anyway. So I've pretty much knocked my collection down to where I only have Planeswalkers, which I have all my Planeswalkers still. And what else do I have? And like 5 personal decks. So yeah, that's kind of like I'm. It's one of those things where you get into Magic, you're into it for a few years, they create a set that's just stupid, and you get out of Magic again.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, it's like it's like one of those things where like with COVID and everything going on, we're not exactly playing in person in a sense. We're actually like a bunch of us. We do it online over like PSN chat and stuff. Like we'll talk on PSN, they'll play and stuff.
Are you using the actual the Magic the Gathering that's on PlayStation?
No, like it's like we all have the deck. Like we actually have decks in hands and stuff like that, and we just like we'll get into. I don't know if they get into like a video chat on Discord or not, but they'll get into a voice chat. Read out and say what we're playing and all that stuff.
Yeah, my brother and I used to do that for a while. We'd play. Like I could actually use my camera to screen grab my desk area so you could see I wasn't pulling shenanigans.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have some decks that I won't play people with. They're just decks that I have for fun. I have an elf deck that within 3 turns can generate some nasty elves that basically I think I can end up with 5 elves that are all 9/9 elves.
Oh yeah.
On turn 3, and it's like, I mean, I don't have the 1 turn win or first turn win competition decks because I don't like that kind of shit. I like to play to have fun. And those decks tend to rely on having the exact right hand at the opening of the game, and I just I don't get into that kind of shit. Like I'm there to have a good time, not obliterate an opponent within a turn because I don't get any satisfaction out of that.
Right.
But I mean, I've played off and on since '93.
Speaking of '93, I think that's like one of the oldest cards that's in my stepdad's old. Like he let me look through his cards so we can play stuff. I mean, his cards go back to like '93, I believe.
That makes me
Yeah.
feel exceedingly young. I was born in '93.
I know. I started playing the year you were born. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I would definitely say it's like if Gundam started doing trading card game stuff, I would probably end up like that, just having thousands of those kinds of cards. I'd probably be like spend them every other paycheck kind of stuff.
So do you already have a Pokemon collection?
Oh, I've got an old ass Pokemon collection somewhere in my bookshelf. I mean, we have some of, because it's like we have some of the old cards that it's like back when we actually have some Japanese Pocket Monster cards. We have some of the old ones of those.
Dang.
Nice.
Because me and my sister used to collect them and everything like that. I'd collect them and trade them with my friends stuff, but she had hers like. I feel like one day I'll take the time to actually like finish it off, and since I actually take the time to get the cards, and because try and do the initial Pokédex because like now it's up to fucking 600 some Pokemon or something like that now.
No way.
You mean it's a cash grab now?
I mean, I'm not gonna hate on stuff. It's like some of the newer Pokemon they bring in stuff. I actually do like the designs, but then there's some where it's like you just kind of recycled something that you already had before.
Isn't that the whole point of the Alolan stuff?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I love it when
Yeah,
Pokemon comes up with new designs. But
I think out of all the games, that was the most hated because of how long it took.
well, I.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ultra Sun and Moon was better. Everyone liked that one, but they didn't like Sun and Moon.
And it didn't. It's not exactly. They didn't really like Ultra Sun and Moon better. Trust me, I watched a lot of things that people were talking about. And it's like, yeah, it was okay, but it was literally just Sun and Moon with a slight difference in some of the mods.
Oh, yeah.
Oh look, the Ultra Beasts are now decked out in black armor. It's just
Absolutely.
like, okay, that's it. Anything else? Nope, that's about it.
I'm not gonna pretend I don't have Ultra Sun and Moon because it's stupid.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's. I've watched some YouTubers and they talked about it. Ultra Sun and Moon was literally just the same game, but with slight differences to some of the mods.
It's like Black and White too.
Oh, no, okay. Black and White and Black and White 2. No, Black and White 2, that was actually a whole different game, to be honest.
I don't know. I never played it.
Oh, no, yeah, no, you actually play Black and White and then play Black and White 2. It's completely different games.
Fair. Maybe one day I'll get it for my collection.
Yep. After the days of COVID.
You can always do some online ordering. Maybe find yourself some of the very interesting jailbroken games that I've seen. Sometimes they're here and there and stuff. So I know people on Etsy, they actually take the time because there's some of those little parodies of the games and stuff like that. These weird Pokemon parodies they make, but they use the old game's system and everything. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but I think it was I'm trying to remember where it was Pokemon Delinquent or something like that or whatever. So there's something it's like you're a punk and such, and it's some of the most fucking graphic and most violent, vulgar language and stuff. I mean, your character, he doesn't start in Pallet Town. You start in the slums of Pallet Town. And I mean, and it's one of those things where, you don't, it's like you don't have a family. You're you're a solo child. Just living off the streets.
So do you mug somebody to steal their Pokeballs or what?
Well, no, you just play normal and stuff, but it somewhat stays in the same way of the story almost. It's just a lot different. You go towards the professor's office, and instead of because they used Fire Red, so it's with Red and Fire Red, how its whole thing starts is you try to go through the grass, and Professor Oak comes by and stops you. Well, this, instead of Professor Oak, he got some guy, I can't remember what his name was, but he's Jerome or something like that, and it's a big black guy. I'm not a professor. I just read a brochure and just know of these things. Because he does the whole thing. It's if you go in here, you need a Pokemon. And I mean, the story just from what I remember, it's as you go in, you get your Pokemon while helping Professor Oak's assistant, fight him about, you go in there and you protect Professor Oak from a female coworker thing that he has hired on. And she's I'm sick and tired of your sexual harassment. I'm not fucking kidding. I mean, they're using left and right.
That's amazing.
And, he's here, kid, just, choose a Pokemon and protect me, and you can keep it, whatever, I guess.
You keep it whatever, I guess.
Some of the first trainers you fight, one is a police officer, it's you don't belong out here, kid. And he's I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm Jesus. We getting into some crazy shit here. Like I was watching somebody play through it, but you can actually you can download the game if you wanted to, like on like your computer stuff, or like I said, you could go online and find it on Etsy and stuff, and you could actually order a Game Boy Color cartridge or a Game Boy Advance cartridge that has the game on there, that has the ROM on there, and like it actually comes in with its own box art and everything. It comes in a box and it comes with its own art and everything.
That's awesome. Well, I had a couple years ago. I actually had a couple of different emulators on my laptop. One of which was actually a PS2 emulator. I was actually kind of surprised I was able to get that to run. But it could not run the games. It was so laggy. Like, you could play the games just fine, but any cutscenes or anything that required any loading, where obviously it would need a disc to spin, would just glitch and drag, and it was so terrible. But there were a lot of different mods that I could play different types of games on the ROMs, and I actually had come across a Legend of Zelda where instead of grabbing your sword and going around, it was actually like a Pokemon Legend of Zelda. So you like went into the first little cave, and it was like, it's dangerous to go alone. Pick one, and you picked one of three, and it would be your starter. And then whenever you encountered an enemy, you would like throw your little ball out, and the creature would come out and do its attack. And it was terrible. It was just a really bad emulated game, but the novel idea there was pretty cool.
There's it's like on computer Minecraft and everything like that, you could easily get the mod called Pixelmon, and I mean that's like just straight up Pokemon, but in Minecraft. You don't have to worry about enemy mobs, because all the enemy mobs you have to deal with are just wild Pokemon and wild Pokemon trainers. And it could be whatever level Pokemon. Like, I feel like when they made Pokemon Sword and Shield, and they had that whole wild area, and you could run into mons that were exponentially higher than you, I think they took a note from the Pixelmon mod makers.
At least those Pokemon didn't have a chance to be shiny. That would have just been.
But yeah, like the other, what do you want to call it, bootleg, kind of like copies of Pokemon that I played, and it wasn't even like they didn't even use a Pokemon emulator. They didn't use a Pokemon emulator. They didn't use a Pokemon ROM. They made it completely out of like RPG Maker. That was the Pokemon Uranium game.
Oh, I've seen somebody play Pokemon Uranium.
I mean, that's still an active thing. They actually have online multiplayer and online trading on that, of all things.
That's cool.
Yeah, granted, like when they first came out with it, it was just in like the first day, people were enjoying it, and Nintendo and stuff, being the man babies they are, were like, no, you gotta delete this. This is wrong.
This is our game. Nintendo's such an old man about things.
I mean, it's one of the things too. Like I've played through it a good bit. I haven't finished it, but like there's only like so many things that are it's like, oh, this is from Pokemon, but it's still one of those things where they didn't use a Pokemon ROM or anything. Wait, where is that? And I think there's not even that many of the. Like, most of the Pokemon in this game aren't even, like, the original Pokemon. There's only, like, a small, tiny percentage of a few of them in there. The rest are, like, over 100 some, like, custom-made, like,
yes.
Original makes just for this game alone.
Anyone on the YouTube chat there, my dear?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I know my refresh rate over here sucks, so I wasn't sure if anything's popping up. Alright.
Looks like I'm the only one in chat.
Okay.
Sorry, sign
So
up.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish Nintendo would, bring the people who made Pokemon Uranium on and make Pokemon Uranium an official game and go with their story, because it was actually pretty good. I mean, Yeah, it's kind of, it's like, in a way of Japan and stuff, I don't think they would like doing a game where a bunch of the problems of the things is that there's a bunch of nuclear reactors blowing up.
It's a little close to home.
I mean,
Yeah.
X and Y
I mean,
has something like that.
I guess you could call that, I guess you could say that. But, I mean, this one, in Pokemon Uranium, it just literally, it's like, oh, some scientists in the Pokemon world are trying to figure out ways so they don't have to use electric Pokemon stuff, so they come up with nuclear generators. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, innocent enough, that makes sense.
Okay.
It's like, but obviously, it's like when I was first starting to play, it's just like, but obviously this shit's gonna blow up at some point. And sure enough, shit's blowing up, and it's like they bring in their own new type of Pokemon type, which is like the nuclear type. Because there's a bunch of Pokemon that get infected with radiation.
Mm-hmm.
Which would explain Pokemon in its entirety, really.
I guess.
Because a lot of them are just twisted versions of things we already have, like Mareep, for instance.
Cheap.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's more of like, this is what I'm saying, it's like, it's the Pokemon, but then they get altered and they get changed a bit. Like, because it's one of those things, like, you can get the nuclear type Pokemon, but they're more violent, and they even have a chance, they even sometimes will attack you.
Oh, jeez.
Rather than attacking. Granted, needless to say, having nuclear typing, they're a glass cannon. They're super effective to everything, but everything is super effective against them.
So,
Something where it's like, okay, it's cool. That, and then, it's like some of the Pokemon, they actually have their own unique looks. Like, there's a radiated Gyarados, and it's like, you look at a regular Gyarados, the nuclear Gyarados becomes black and green, and it's like glowing.
That'd be cool.
that'd be
cool.
cool.
But yeah, I mean, they even had like the Wonder Trade. They even implemented the Wonder Trade system, so you could just randomly trade stuff.
Okay.
So is it called Wonder Trade because you wonder what you're going to get?
Yep.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, more or less, because you would just send it off and you don't know what you're getting, and you randomly get something.
Yeah.
One of the most annoying Wonder Trades I ever got was I got a shiny Riolu with the Pokevirus and everything, like its EVs and everything like that, and it was level 100.
Oh no.
I was like, you motherfucker.
So what, you can't, it won't follow your instructions?
Also, there's
Oh no, it just won't evolve.
Raising.
It's one of the things, Riolu is the baby version of Lucario, and you have to and the only way to evolve it is you have to level it up with friendship and stuff like that. Well, I don't know about you, but once it's level 100, I can't exactly level up anymore.
In a way, that's kind of the ultimate troll. Like, that's cool that they did that at the same time as it sucks. Because that means either they had to raise it to level 100 themselves and never evolve it, or
As long as you're not best friends with that Pokemon, it will never evolve.
they
Well, more than likely they put an Everstone on it and then leveled it up, and then or used rare candies. I think this is back when Wonder Trading was a first thing, so I think that was, I can't remember if that was X and Y or
Yeah.
I can't remember. But yeah.
I'm covering up all my beautiful shadowing in certain places here, and it's giving me a little bit of anxiety. Like, I spent so much time on this, and here I am painting over it. Why?
Why?
But I'm only doing the parts that are obviously meant to not be feather wings. They're actually meant to be metal. I guess the whole thing is meant to be metal, but
This character's a girl. But the picture.
Did they not warn you?
They still know.
It's fine.
Like these 30-minute mission kits, I do like how they're just easily like I could take a part from an Alto and put it on the Steel Nova, and vice versa.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea. Like I think Bandai is trying to broaden their markets to appeal to more audiences, because I think there are, I'm not the only person like me that I know doesn't really get into Gundam per se. Like I'm not into the series. I know fuck all about the lore, but I like the kit designs, and I like to build shit. I like to make shit. But in that regard, like, I don't want to build something everyone else already has. I don't want to build a Gramps because everyone else already has a Gramps. I don't want to build a Barbados because everyone else already has a Barbados. Now, there are parts from the Barbados that I think are cool, and as such, like, hey, I want those feet, or I want those claws, but I want them on something else. And that's how I've always built my kits. I've never built in accordance with the instructions. So, like, the Shinmusha Gundam, which I always thought was a really cool design, and I was the first of my brothers to actually get one on the Gundam Battle Assault 2 or 3, whichever one the Musha first appeared on. I think it was number 2. I think number 3 gave us the Night Gundam.
But that's Breaker 3 if you're talking about the Breaker series.
No, it wasn't Breaker. It's the one that's like Dynasty Warriors.
Oh yeah, those ones. I don't know the name. I never played those ones.
They were good in their own right. I mean, they were. At first there was a glitch. I was actually, for the first time in my life on any game, I was actually on the ranked servers. I was in the top 18 for a little bit, because when you unlocked certain Gundams, if Robert and I were playing and let's say I had the gun cannon and he didn't, he could not actually see me on his screen because it hadn't unlocked the code for him to be able to view it. So it would just be my name floating in the air, and he wouldn't actually be able to see me. And that's how, at first, until they realized, oh fuck, we actually have to make it so that they can be viewed. I was one of the first to get the Shinmushas 1 and 2, and I was able to go into matches and just own, because no one could see me. I'd be a name floating around, and they're looking for a Gundam, and a name could be anywhere in the distance, right? Like, it wasn't until it was floating around you and you were taking damage that you're like, oh fuck, this is happening. And it was cool. It was kind of like, hey, I'm cheating but not cheating because I'm using a Gundam that people can't see. It's like I'm stealth mode. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was a long time. It's like I had one Gundam game back on the PS2, and I have no idea where that thing disappeared to. My cousin borrowed it, and then I just never saw it again.
Was it the 2D fighter?
I do not remember the name, but I remember it had the red ashtray on there and the blue ashtray, and it had the GPO series. I think it had the GPO units. I'm trying to remember what all units it had. I remember I was able to do the it's not the Big Zam. It's not the one from Unicorn. It's a big red, like, mobile armor unit that had like 2 claws and everything.
Do you hear your daughter?
I can't remember, but this game was one of the things where, like, you would choose like a certain amount of units, and then you would spawn into the mission. You could go through your units and stuff. It had wing and all that stuff too. So I don't remember what name it was. Like I said, it was like my only Gundam game that I had until because it was a little bit after that. Then, like, because you had all the Dynasty Warrior games, but around then, Gundam more or less just had disappeared from the States.
Yeah.
So, like, the only place you could get anything Gundam was Books A Million, or if you actually went to these pop culture conventions, but at my age, I didn't know any of this shit, so. And unfortunately, at the time, it's like when I was around that time, my parents wouldn't buy me any of the small kits. I'd be like, can I get this? And it'd be like just one kit, and it's like a one-time kit. And like, no, I'm like, come on. Like, it's the one thing I want in my life. And,
It's constructive. I'm not out spray painting walls or breaking windows or stealing stuff or drinking. Like,
I could be out doing drugs, but no.
Yeah.
They won't let me build model kits.
That's one of my favorite sayings is teach your kids how to build models and they'll never have money for drugs.
Sounds magic.
Yeah.
Or teach your kids how to play Magic and they'll never have money for drugs. Like, those are some of my favorite sayings is like, yep, I agree.
Like, just turn your kid into a geek and they will never get drugs.
Don't have to worry about underage pregnancy.
I mean,
My thing is, it wasn't until I was in high school that, because I was back when I was on Crunchyroll, and I was like back when Crunchyroll had just came out, and they were steamrolling through popularity and everything like that, and I was just sitting there scrolling through like what's coming up? It's like up, it's like I was scrolling, it's like what's new and stuff, because I was bored in school, and as I was scrolling, it's like Episode 1 of Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blood Orphans. I was sitting there going, I even physically rubbed my eyes. I was like, am I dreaming? Like, did I say Gundam? Like that says Gundam right there, doesn't it? Sure enough. I had Crunchyroll and I was watching Mobile Suit Gundam again. I was just like, holy fucking shit! Like, I haven't watched any of this in fucking years. Needless to say, then I think like the first kit I got after so long, I think was what was it? It was my Ashtray frame gold, the gold frame Ashtray Amatsu or whatever it is. I think that was like the first kit I had gotten that my parents had actually got me. I think for like my birthday or something like that. And then after that, I got one of the Banshees. I got like the Banshee with its armed claw, but it wasn't in destroy mode. Which means I think I need to go look through that box because it's got all kinds of parts in there.
Oh, are you the one that's donating some extra parts to David? Was that you?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
no.
There was somebody a while back. David was asking.
Rayquaza is not on our Telegram.
Rayquaza's on Telegram. Now I don't.
He wasn't before.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he was before.
I think I went Telegram like last week or two. So.
Yeah, no, this was like.
Maybe it was Mint. I'm trying to remember who the hell it was.
I was thinking it was Mint too, actually.
But yeah, like he mentioned that he was lack of funds at one point, and someone was like, "Dude, I got a bunch of old 1144s just sitting in a box. Like, I can go through it and see if there's anything I can send you." And as far as I know, that still hasn't happened yet for.
What are you guys fighting about?
I don't exactly have that many extra 144 parts. I mean, if I do, it's all just weapon pieces and stuff like that, and I've got those sitting up in a box right next to me.
Yeah.
I plan on holding on to those until once I start doing kit bashing and stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have some kits behind me. I bought them, but I'm sitting there going, it's like, am I gonna put them together? I don't know. Am I gonna use them for kit bash? Possibly.
Well, that entire wall of stuff right there. That is all everything going up there and down, except for that Edelweiss and the red Jinrai. Everything that's there is all kit bash material. Oh, I'm sorry. The Mega Size Grandpa and the Shinmusha 2 are also getting built to stock, but everything else there is all kit bash material. So it'll be it's those are projects down the line that I actually am kind of anxious to get working on, but again, with not having work and like trying to turn my studio into something that can actually produce a profit and maybe even support us. It's not the best time in the world to try to get art going, but you know, maybe it'll all work out. No, I did not hear Sarah earlier. What was she singing?
Not throwing away my phone.
Oh, was she? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Couldn't remember the name of the song.
I mean, it's one of the things where I've got over there. I don't know if you can. It's like my screen's a little bit small, but over there on my shelf over there, I've got a high res red frame ashtray that I've still got to build. I got that at this one convention I started going to nearby. And I was just walking around. I was like, oh, red frame, and it's like expensive kit, but I want it. I bought it, and that was like 2 years ago, and I've yet to even touch it.
Higher res. That usually carries like twice the price.
It's like $130 or something like that.
Whoo.
I mean, that's that. Whenever my friend were looking at it, so it's like I have to think about it for a second. But it's like, no, once I bought it, me and my friend looked online, and I don't remember what shop I looked at. I think it was USA Gundam at first, but I went online and looked at some shops. I was like, it's like, what does this thing normally go for? Because the guy wanted to sell it for me like 135, 140, but I was pulling cash. Like, I'll do 130. He was like, yes. Looking at the thing, and its price was 130, so it's like I got it for exact price of the thing, just minus shipping and handling.
Yeah. No, cons are usually the best place to get just about anything. But you always want to wait. Like if there's something you want and you know it's limited, like there's only one of them, and if you don't get it now, you're probably not going to get it. Those are the things you have to buy right then and there. But if there's things that like, they've got 5 or 6 of them and the price seems a little high, this is when you wait till the last day of the con and then you approach their vendor and you say, hey, I'll give you this much for it. And chances are you'll get pretty much whatever reasonable offering price you're throwing at it because they don't want to have to pack it up and take it back.
Yeah. Or maybe they do. You never know. Maybe they're staring at it. It's like, I want to build that, but I hope it doesn't get sold.
Yeah. What's going on, Stu? Just messages?
Yeah. At least that one was. I don't know what that last Bluetooth was. It wasn't microphone.
I got too much going on my phone to stop and look at shit right now. I have to temporarily close out. The Discord in order to look at anything.
Who's Wolfie Baby? Is that David?
I think Wolfie Baby is David. Yeah.
Yeah, he says ding.
On YouTube or on?
Yes.
Oh, hey. I have Wolfie Baby and Peach Pudding Cup have both said, ah.
I only got the first one.
That's all I have on my screen.
I said it was ding.
They're saying, they want me to look in their mouths.
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry already. Holy shit. Did I eat breakfast today?
You had coffee. I didn't either.
That's right. I grabbed snacks and brought them down here with me.
I'm glad you had breakfast, sweetheart.
Yeah, I had a bit of a rough start this morning.
Well, you caught up and you're doing really well.
Yeah.
I haven't been asleep.
I haven't been asleep.
So I only got off of work about, was 32. Yeah, only just got off of work about 5 or 6 hours ago. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's noon there, and you're probably off of what, 6 or 7?
I get off about 8 or so. Well, today was 8:30. I think, yeah, 8:30 because we don't have any 7 o'clock because we're sorely understaffed.
What?
He basically works a gas bar.
But my thing is, everyone's understaffed.
Yeah, everyone's understaffed.
I know where he works. I creep on his posts occasionally.
What's the if you don't mind me asking, what's the company you're working for? Is it like AMPM, Shell, Chevron, Citgo? Gomart. I have not heard of that one, so it must be kind of a local one.
Yeah, it's kind of a local between West Virginia and Ohio mainly.
I was so pissed the other day. I broke the frickin'. Which one was it? Is this one? I broke the shaft on the wing that attaches it to the backpack. Yeah, I was pretty choked. I was just trying to do the shading, and all of a sudden, fucking, it just came off my hand. I was like, oh fuck, no!
It's like my little cherry.
Yeah. Our problem is one of those things where it's like the main problem is where everything's going. It's like people complain that there's no jobs, but yet these are the people that sitting on their ass, raking in unemployment.
Yeah. Well, since March, I've been getting $2,000 a month on what's called CERB, Canada Emergency Response Benefit. And there are no jobs. There are literally no jobs. And I want to get back to work because we have a family of 4. And my monthly income prior to this all was about $3,800 a month. So I've taken an $1,800 hit in my pay every month. And I no longer have a savings account. I have an account. It just has like 10 cents in it. I've been struggling to make, rent and grocery payments and I've ran up my credit card, and, I've fortunately been able to hang on to my truck. I've been able to keep things, I've been able to keep the lights on. I've been able to keep things going, but I'm very fast approaching not having any money at all, and CERB is about to run out. So this morning when I checked job postings, McDonald's is looking for a part-time worker. That's it. That's all that's available right now. And to go to work and make $300 a week.
I've literally passed that in 2 days almost.
Yeah.
I will be passing that.
Like, to make $300 a week is not enough to support my family, and it's not worth coming off of EI for. Because once CERB does end, I'm to understand that I do qualify for EI, and I don't know what that's going to be for sure, but I should qualify for the maximum, which should be about $900 biweekly. So until something better comes along, I have no choice other than to stay where I'm at. So in the meantime, I'm dumping all my resources, time, and energies into trying to get my studio, my art, and everything off the ground and run with it and try to make some money.
Right.
Fortunately, Nelly has a product that a lot of people like and want. I do larger scale projects. I do more physical media, so I can't churn out the work in the time frame that she can. But like her face-ups are huge with the fur community. Like everyone wants one, it seems like. So that's always that's a staple, and she's been able to get over $200 commissions within the last 48 hours. So that's decent.
I'd say so.
But crunching the numbers, I mean, at $100 a day, 312 days a year, because you got to have some time off. 312 days a year, that's $31,000 potentially. That's not bad, but I mean, are there, at that $31,000, I'd mean there'd be 15,500 face-ups that you'd have to do in order to make that. And I don't think that there's 15,500 people out there that want face-ups, unless we branch out and start doing like, people's D&D characters or their favorite Gundam. Well, I'm just talking from the face-up perspective of what has been hugely popular lately. Obviously, yes, we can do other things. You can do badges.
Right now, because I'm working mainly 6 days a week and only about 8-hour shifts, or sometimes maybe an hour more. Granted, it's one of the things where we got like 2 people saying they're pretty much leaving. We got one person confirmed leaving, one of them's put in their 2-week notice.
Jesus.
Talk about that. Yeah, and it's just like, y'all gotta make up your minds.
Why would you leave? If you had a job at a time like this, why would you leave it? Like, unless you had to. I mean, like, if you get COVID or you get sick and they require... Because that's what happened to me, is I got a head cold right at the beginning of COVID bullshit. And they're like, oh, new policy is if you're sick, you're out for 2 weeks. And I was like, all right. And in that 2 weeks, work came to a grinding halt, and I haven't been able to return.
Right.
So,
You know, for us, it's not even like COVID stuff. It's like the one girl. So she worked at the one store in a town that was about 30 minutes away from where I live, so it's about an hour drive already. At like 45 minutes maybe, depending on the road condition and everything. So she lived about, she worked at that one. So she transferred to the one we are at because it's closer to her mother. And her mother, I guess, it's either her mother or grandmother. And she wanted to move closer, that way she can help her and everything like that. Like, she wanted to be one of those in-home nurses and stuff like that, the one that goes around to different kind of things. And I guess you can actually, like, it's like you don't need a lot of training for some of these for this one type of job. You can just, like, if you know someone, that's like one quick surefire way to get this kind of job. So one coworker, her daughter is trying to get into it, and to take care of her grandmother, like the coworker's mother.
right.
And it's one of those things. Whereas I think they just have to know basic first aid and stuff like that for certain situations.
Know how to dial a phone and call 911.
More or less.
Kind of basic stuff that every human being should already know, but because of the way the world has gone.
The chat says ding again.
Ding!
Yeah, I don't know why.
Hi, Ding. Oh, maybe because I keep hearing the ding on the phone?
Yeah, but that hasn't gone off in ages. Unless my chat is also
Super laggy.
Slow, but...
Yeah, no. What's funny is the difference between video thing by what the Discord's going and by what the YouTube's going. It's a whole big difference for some reason.
Oh, I bet. So I'm running on a HP laptop that was bought in 2012. So it's 8 years old. And it's I'm sure it's all it can handle to run OBS and have the YouTube channel up. It's doing its best, and if in time we can generate enough profit to not only survive but to upgrade some stuff, I probably will. One of the things that we are looking into is actual physical merchandising for custom design. So, like, let's say hypothetically you're going to a fur meet, you've got your persona, and you want to attend the event. One of the things I'm proposing that we get into is button making, like lapel pins and stuff like that of people's personas, so that, like, let's say you place an order for 50 and you go to the con, you can hand out your button, your character, to people you meet, and then it'd be like your own, essentially like your business card that you hand out to people for your sauna.
They said, yes, I keep hearing your phone go off. I like the paintwork.
Thank you. Would you like a nice close-up of that? There you go. There's the silver going in. We're going to do gold here and here, copper here. This piece gets left alone. It doesn't have any obvious metal elements. We're going to probably do gold here, copper here. I can't decide if I want to do copper again here, copper, and then gold. Maybe that's probably what I'll do. I actually have been throwing some bronze in here as well, so I might throw some bronze in there. Just keeping with that metallic steampunk angel thing going on here.
That's beautiful, Lisa.
Thank you. It takes time. I mean, obviously, I've been streaming now for about an hour, and I've done some detail spots on 3 wings, 1 coat on one side. You'll notice I'm using an actual horsehair brush, and I'm keeping my strokes very light and feathered. It's a very thin brush. This prohibits the brush lines, the brush marks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did something happen to my phone? Did Discord die? I'm still broadcasting. It's killing Lexi's phone. Okay. Yeah, I can still hear you.
Alright, yeah, my fucking Discord froze up for a second there.
Yeah, so did mine. That's what I'm doing over here is fucking around with my phone trying to get that working again. Because it just went to a black screen.
Oh, your screen just froze and just had you hunched over and everything.
You thought I had a stroke, maybe?
Oh, you were just sitting there frozen, so you must have had like some form of paralysis or something.
Discord uses paralysis. It's super effective.
Gotta put on a no sleep hoodie and I'm fine, but God, whatever fabric disease is making me other than a horn church. Okay. Just an extra species for me. Oh, if I need to. Oh, good. That's fine, me.
I ordered some Tobias acrylic copper paint.
Okay. I got confused for a second there. It's like I'm looking at some of these parts and I see pieces that it's like, those normally go on the leg, but I put something else in the hip joint. It's like, wait a minute, did I do something wrong? Like, no, never mind. It's one of those things where they just like they literally. That's the funny thing. These steel novas, they're almost completely different from the Portanovas and the Altos and stuff like that, but they all basically use the same joint pieces, more or less. Like on the outer side, on the outer shell stuff, there's slight differences in some of these parts, but on the inner parts, mostly the joints and everything, it's more or less the same thing.
So David, your Tamiya acrylic copper, I'm using dollar store paint. Believe it or not, legit. It's just I've dropped a little water in here to water it down to keep it thin, and as long as you've got a good flat primer base, it'll adhere just fine. And you keep your brush strokes light, like I'm doing, and you'll alleviate the paint line or the brush lines. And then I'll probably, because it's going to be metallic, when it's all said and done, I'll probably cover everything with the Liquitex high gloss acrylic varnish, which will give it that nice. I won't give it a complete mirrored finish because I'm not going over a gloss black, but it'll give it a nice anodized, like anodized aluminum feel.
Listen to.
Oh, sounds like Nelly got a phone call.
It's like I need something to listen to when building stuff. Like,
Yeah.
But then it's like don't want to get you any copyright strikes and everything like that. It's like, aha! I know an artist that says that it's all right to listen to his music on stream.
I personally, I'm at the point I no longer care. I mean, like right now I don't have enough followers or viewers to be monetizing anyway. So I'm not too concerned. I play music in my streams, and you know, I don't get copyright strikes, but I get the copyright ban on certain countries or certain, like they'll be like, your video has been blocked because whatever, and then I'll go in and tell it to delete that section of song. Or like I've noticed, like Green Day, and I think they're with Paramount Records. If I have a Green Day song that comes on, they will claim the monetization rights for my video, and I'm like, yeah, you're gonna get monetization off of the 3 people who viewed it. Woohoo! You're welcome to it. Who's my wife talking to? No, it's a family member. Okay, so that's everything on this side. That. Yes, okay, that's everything on this side. There's a second coat, so I'm gonna end up having to do 3 coats of the silver on here, by the way.
Ooh, that's loud. Alright. 22 and 20.
Yeah, exactly. Like the dollar store paints, I mean, they're super cheap. They're not high quality for doing, high quality end paintings on a canvas or something. But for doing detail on a kit, I find they work just as well as Tamiya or like I'm on a budget, so I can't afford to always be buying the most expensive brand of shit. Um, and if I can get the same quality or the same results without having to pay that same price, for me, it's like the difference between Copic and Prismacolor. I keep Prismacolor because they're about $2 less a pen than Copic. They last just as long. Their quality is just as good. The only thing you're really paying for at that point with Copic is the name. And that's how I operate with pretty much all my art supplies. Is find what I can work with that works well, that's good quality, that is either as good or similar quality to the top name stuff, and then go with that because I can't always afford to replace. Like Kaiser just recently got those God Hand nippers that broke, and it's like, fuck, he spent a lot of money on a tool that breaks. That sucks. Now he's got to reinvest that to get that tool back, and I don't. The freaking nippers I've had for 3 years, and they're still going strong. I've never had any issues with them.
Well, I think with those nippers that broke is those ones, they're very fragile blades in general anyways, so.
Yeah. But I mean, there's the mentality, like I notice, because I'm a member of like 13 different Gunpla build groups now, there's a mentality of the elitists that, like, if you're not building with Bandai-specific products or God Hands or, using the Gundam paint pens or airbrushing, like, then your shit isn't worth them looking at, wasting their time on. And it's funny because
Oh, so I should bust in there and be like, "What's up, bitches? I use nail clippers."
Yeah. And that's the funny thing is, like, I've put some stuff in there, like the Bumblebee and the Barricade build, and, like, it immediately gets taken down because it's not Gundam-centric, right? But for the brief moment of time that it's up there, I'll get people like, "Oh, this is really cool, this is really sweet, like, how'd you do this?" And it's like, you don't realize that I hand brushed this and rattle canned it. Like, the Shinmusha got tons of likes and favorites and stuff, and people are like, what airbrush are you using? And I'm like, I didn't use an airbrush. This is all rattle can and hand brush. And it's like, oh, well, that's cool. Like, neat.
It's like, oh, I see.
Yeah. It's like, I can get the same fucking result. I mean, look at the shadowing I've done on these wings. That's hand brush. Yet, I'm sure a lot of people would think that was all airbrushed.
Probably.
So, it's all skill and technique and time.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing. Is like, these are my first nippers ever. Like, they're called Mr. Hobby. It's like I just bought them from USA Gundam store or whatever. Or it was New Type. I think I got them from because they had a basic, like beginners builders kit tool set. I'm like, fuck yeah, give me that.
Yeah, exactly. And it does the job.
Oh, trust me, like, it's a major difference between this and nail clippers, because, like, this, between nail clippers, there was always, like, this loud, resounding click, almost. Whereas with these, it's just, like, peace and tranquility.
The only thing I've found, like, I have two different pair. I have these, which I got for winning the contest. They're Mr. Tools, for winning, or taking second place in that photo contest on the Plebe Plug group. And then I have some that I bought off of Amazon that I don't know where the hell they are right now. I don't know why they're put away, or not put away. It's really weird. Oh, right. I loaned them to my buddy who just got into model building. That's right. Those ones, like the ones that I got for the contest, they're great for just chunking apart. Like if I need to take a larger piece of sprue and just cut it off the tree to make a peg, they're excellent for that. Like they're super strong. But like if I try to cut a delicate piece off the runner, they'll actually like kind of mash it and not really cut it. So the other ones are a little better for that. So I mean I can understand the logic behind God Hand having like 5 different types of blades. I guess would be what you'd want to call them. Where you got like, your thin ones and your ultra thin ones and.
I'm sorry.
I mean, let's put it this way. It's like I just got these basic nippers. I'm like, I'm happy. I'm not looking. It's like, oh yes, this one has this sharpness and thickness, and this one has this one build. I'm like, it goes snip. That's all I need.
Yeah, it goes snip. I get the part off the tree. I'm happy.
Yeah, me.
I can clean everything else up with sandpaper, nail file, and scalpel.
I mean, because it's like one thing. It's like I tell people, it's like getting the nippers is one thing, but it's like if you need, it's like use nail clippers because it's like a 2-in-1 set for you. Because not only do you have something to clip them out, but then they come with their own. Some of them usually come with like a nail file way built in, so it's like, oh, perfect.
Yeah. Who's that?
It was my grandpa.
Oh yeah, is he in town?
Nope.
Okay.
He was saying that he's coming out on the 21st, and.
And we're still not allowed to tell anyone?
No, we can tell now.
Oh, now we can tell them because now it's a confirmed thing for sure?
Yeah, absolutely. So he was saying, he's like, I tried to get a hold of Courtney, but I couldn't. I'm like, she's probably at work. And he's like, okay, well, if you talk to her later, you can tell her.
Right on.
Apparently Cole is now like 6'1" and like lost 60 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he getting into sports or something?
I have no idea.
I hear ringing.
You hear raining?
Ringing.
You hear ringing? That's not good. Did you hit your head?
I don't hear ringing.
And that tinnitus.
It's coming upstairs.
There's nothing upstairs to ring, sweetheart.
You're ringing in your ear, just go. Mop.
She's had 3 concussions. She's only freaking 7.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
She broke her arm.
She broke her arm at 11 months. Let's see. She's had to have liquid stitches on her ear. Dislocated her elbow.
Shoulder. Elbow?
It was her elbow.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. She's been my little daredevil.
Both of her parents are clumsy as shit. She was just doomed from the
You almost
start.
disabled her god mode Chicos, because usually babies are indestructible.
Sarah, to put that.
Well, we didn't actually know that she broke her arm until she's crawling around the floor.
She just refused.
And like she would crawl in circles, like she was like one hand would be fully out with like the bottom of her palm extended, and then she'd use her elbow on her other side, and we're like, what the hell?
It wasn't until she forced herself to.
So like rowing the boat with only one oar.
Yeah, and finally I was like, Sarah, like, come here, like, and I tried to straighten out her arm, and she just wailed, and I'm like, yeah, something's wrong here, let's go to the doctor. And yeah, it turned out that like she had a spiral fracture in her, was it the tibia?
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
She had like fallen off this tiny little like toddler bed, and then also rolled off of our bed.
yeah. And then she dislocated her arm when she fell out of the bed while feeding, and Nellie caught her. Like, before she hit the ground, but unfortunately it also pulled her elbow out of socket.
Parents of the year.
Yeah. After your third trip to the ER with your child who's just over a year old, you start thinking they're gonna start calling child services. Because you're like, fuck, I'm such a terrible parent. My kid is always in the ER.
Yeah, they're gonna force you to have better internet just so you can constantly live stream the child.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
safety.
I don't know
This
if
week on Bad Parents.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but I think it's David saying that he wants to see the Shinmusha, and then he just yelled Musha.
Oh, he wants to see the Shinmusha. Okay, well, I gotta take a little break from the silver anyway and let it dry. I got 2 coats on there. A second coat is going to be a little tacky before I put another coat on. So I can go pull it off the shelf and bring it over.
In my current progress on this Seal Nova, I've got both arms, chest, the hip, the head, and the left leg done. I'm working on the right leg right now.
And that's just been since the beginning of the stream?
Yeah.
Wow, those things do go together quick. I guess that's why they're called 30-minute missions.
Well, I mean, this one because it's a slightly newer thing, and some of the parts are slightly different to me in a sense, and I'm having to kind of like relearn how they go together in a way.
It's not like after your 15th Gundam where you're like, I know how this goes together. I don't even need the instructions.
Oh no, it's gotten to the point where if I do any of these, if I do Portanovas or the Altos or anything like that, I could probably put those together without having to look at the instruction manual. It's gotten to that point. Like, I mean, let's put it this way. Like, I'm pretty sure I've posted pictures on some of the, God, seeing the Shinmusha stuff just up close and all this. Seeing that thing is just like, holy crap.
There is my Shinmusha. Let's get some better lighting on there. Watch it color shift right now. Go from, like, fucking crimson red to pink.
Let's see. I'm watching the stream. Let's see what happens.
In a minute. It doesn't really turn pink anymore. There's a nice layer of dust on there preventing that fucking candy from showing up.
Oh, that's your motion.
I would say I went from maroon to more kind of a candy red.
Yeah. But that's the sword that I broke. Yep. Snapped it in 3 fucking pieces. Oh, I was pissed.
Yeah, that's it.
But I don't know how well it's coming on the, you can see I did like weathering effects or antiquing effects inside, like in the gold here where it's got the shadows on the inside. I tried to dull up some of the connections on the metal, added shading to the white just to give it a little bit more depth. I actually did a wood grain finish on the wood. Fuck, man, this thing does not. There we go. You can actually see.
I would say the delay between Discord and the YouTube right now is by like. It's like a few seconds behind, so.
But yeah, I went all out on this guy. Like his frame actually is done in the same way as his whole metal armor. So I would do like the silver and the copper, and then I would come back through and I'd shade it, and then I'd rough it up with my finger to get like the
kind of like a smudge.
Yeah, to get like smudges and shit to get it so it looked a little dulled. And yeah, like that was a lot of work went in there. First kit I actually did. I don't know if the eyes are gonna come out here or not.
So David just said, "What? That was you who said." Wait, was that you who said they broke a sword in the Facebook group?
Yes, that was me. Yeah, it's too small. This thing doesn't get the best detail. You can kind of see a little bit of the pink right there.
That's all. It was this man who broke the sword in 3 places.
Yeah. I may get one. I recommend it. I mean, it's a master grade. There's some screws. It's a very involved build because it is an older master grade. I believe you're working on a master grade right now, or a PG, or have been working on a PG or master grade. I know one of the ones you were building recently was pretty involved kit. Yeah, that was not good times. That sword breaking was I cried. I was not a happy person when that happened.
Oh, what?
What?
What layer is this on? What the shit?
Uh-oh. You in the wrong layer?
What? It's fine.
Uh-oh. Your audio cut way out there.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too.
I can't even really make out what he's saying.
Oh, no.
Like he showed me something on the screen and it was really blurry, but now I can't hear him at all. Yeah, like you're very very quiet. I don't. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe my fucking thing went back to not doing audio on. No, I'm still on speaker. Yeah, I don't know. Weird.
He was like, I didn't know you then. You might have, no, 'cause you didn't do anything.
It's not like it went to push to talk or anything.
No,
I mean,
but you can mute or turn down other people's audio so they're not overwhelming to you or overwhelming other people when they speak.
I haven't touched anything though.
That's what I just said was maybe, I was like, maybe you did, but I was like, but you hadn't touched anything.
All I did was roll over there and roll back.
Did you see who blinked me earlier?
No. Did you see who blinked me earlier?
No, it wasn't anything I was a part of. Like, it wasn't the studio or...
No, I haven't touched my phone really other than to reposition it over there. Am I expecting a blink from someone?
No, I was just curious.
My copper is a little gummy. I gotta add a tiny bit of water to that. I swear I'm not whacking off.
No, you're much more graceful than that.
I'm quieter. Yeah, let's try something. Let's switch this to phone. Let's switch it back to speaker. Does that work? No? Oh. I made something mad.
Oh.
Yeah. Just a little too thick.
Oh my goodness.
What's up?
Wrong. This thing that I was doing was wrong layer again.
I'm sorry. Stop doing things on the wrong layer.
Oh, thanks.
Get right on that. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I like that.
She's trying to sing Never Enough.
What's she trying to sing?
Never Enough.
Never Enough?
Yeah.
Like from Showman?
Mm-hmm. It might help.
Yeah, I can still barely hear him. I tried resetting my my audio. Let's see if that would make a difference,
It
but
doesn't seem to be on your side. I mean, not to say that I can't just go funky, you know?
yeah, I maybe if I completely reset Discord, it'll fix it. But
You're often listening that way.
what's that?
Stuff like that, you know, you're pulling the pipe apparently. That's what it says.
Pulling the pipe.
Yeah, jacking off.
Oh. Ah. Still a little gummy, eh? Whoa. Oh, my Discord's completely black. Again.
Yeah, well, I'm moderating for a reason. He's like, kid, sorry for making you read that. I was hoping he would see it.
No, unfortunately, it sounds like you're talking to me through a tunnel. Well, not even like a tunnel, but like from a mile away. I'm not going to say I never pull the pipe. I mean, a human being. I can't take it anymore. I brought freaking Rice Krispie treats and Mountain Dew down here for a reason. I'm gonna freaking eat a Rice Krispie treat. Special cookies and cream Rice Krispie treats. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Looks like it got birdseed in it.
I mean, birdseed is technically healthy for you.
True. God, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. No, I'm not that cool. Hopefully my crunching just now didn't offend those with ASMR issues. So you basically done now? In all his glory.
Yeah, he's okay over here. Yeah, he said, that's what she said, because Matt said he can't take it anymore. And then he goes, yes, that food looks like birdseed. Alright, I've done another one.
Why would Lexi say that she can't take it anymore?
What?
You said that's what she said.
Yes, because you said you can't take it anymore.
I know.
Oh,
I'm firing back.
That's what I thought, but I was like, is this supposed to be a joke, or do you... you know...
Unfortunately, that killed it.
What?
I said, unfortunately, that killed it. The joke.
I have one more person to pay their invoice. Oops, that's all.
How many you got done?
Today?
Yeah.
2.
Including the one from yesterday?
Okay, so 1.5.
You had 1.5 as of this morning.
Okay, so I finished that one, and I finished one whole one.
So you have a total of 3 done since yesterday.
Yes.
Gotcha. That's pretty good.
Sorry, I didn't mean for that to be.
As confusing as it was?
So I have 2 that are unpaid. It says so right on my stupid chart. I knew that. It says because I'm an LMAFO. Oh, my goodness.
There's only 2. No, there's 3 getting copper on here, isn't there? Am I doing that copper or am I doing it in bronze? I think I should do it in bronze. One little E in bronze. What do you think?
E.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that in bronze.
Okay, what the fuck am I trying to do here? I don't even know. This character has bat wings.
Bat wings? No, 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 no.
It looks like this. I don't need to like. If it's a skin condition, but it looks like this guy had makeup on, like his face, and then cried for an hour, so it all ran.
Maybe that's how he wants to look.
I mean.
Maybe he's like emo goth.
I don't know.
Like really emo goth. Like David levels of emo goth. Oh, sorry. That was fun.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
This person's head is really weirdly shaped.
Like John Malkovich weird or? Bruce Willis weird.
He said, wait, say that again. Can't hear you, it's too low from down here.
Who said that? David?
Yeah.
Nah, it was only funny the first time around. Okay, how's my zoom here? Distilled water? Or drinking water?
It's like whoever caused it be drinking distilled water.
Never know. People do weird shit.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you think about it, distilled water is just alcoholic water.
Alcoholic water? Is it?
Well, it's the same process used to distill alcohol. You just do it with water.
I didn't know.
Basically, you boil out all the impurities, and then you catch the condensate. What was that? I still can't. I'm gonna like put you right up against my ear. One more time, please. I can now, but I am holding the phone to my ear like I'm talking to you on the phone. Well, I tried that. I reset the speaker. I went to phone, and I came back and I went to speaker, and I've tried adjusting my volume, and it says no. The only thing I can think to do would be to like leave call, and then try again. Let's see. Holy shit, I got a ton of apps open on my phone right now. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Here, while I'm at it, I can check that messages.
What was it?
I don't know. Somebody trying to connect with me, I guess? Oh, something from the studio. Fucking, I got a long in.
Oh, okay, no, don't worry about it. Then you just got a late leap loop from something that I already.
John Attard or Zach Sinclair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Alright, so. Close out Discord. Close out Messenger. Discord is still open.
Because you're on a call, right?
Disconnect. There we go. Discord. McFurs. Not in the general chat. I want the chat lounge. Join voice. Join thing. Audio output to. Come on. Oh, fuck off. Speaker. Alright. Test. Mic test. Oh, shit. Look at that. It works.
Whoa!
So, yeah, okay. So, evidently, I'll just have to occasionally reset Discord if I want to hear people.
Oh, that's mildly.
Yeah.
Mildly
That's what's
inconvenient?
happening.
No, that's inconvenient. There's no mild about it.
Oh.
Fucking bullshit. Ah, technology. We're now connected in ways we've never been connected before. But at what cost?
Let's see. Don't know what I want to do next.
Do the next right thing.
Do the next right thing. What is that from?
Frozen.
Frozen? Is that from Frozen?
Yeah.
The second one. The one I didn't really care for.
It's a good-
Yeah, well.
Not that I was a huge fan of the first one either, but I'm not the target demographic either.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but look how tiny the pistol on the Steel Nova is. Yeah, so you got a kit where you got these massively thick legs, long skinny arms, and teeny tiny pistol.
Itty bitty living space.
Yes, man, you're what can I do?
Pretty much. Or in the Wizard's kit, itty bitty hip tie.
Oh, thank you.
I don't personally. I think it'd probably look better without the barrels on it.
Without the what?
The barrel, the cylindrical part coming off the front. Make it look more like an actual,
Oh, yeah.
like a handgun.
Yeah. I get what you mean, but... Go. No idea where it went. One second. There you little fucking places. Mess around the barrel and it fell out of my hand. I had no idea where it went.
Oh, it's into the void. It's gone forever now.
Shit.
Gone to that great
Let me
gun.
check the garbage.
Gone to that great gun pull place in the ground.
I didn't. Well, I got these headphones on. They're fucking good at canceling sound out. So
You didn't hear it hit?
Oh no.
oh no, I couldn't even tell. Like I just dropped it and it just disappeared from my sight. I was just like, what? Excuse me, Sharkhead, have you seen the barrel piece of a pistol?
Well, what are you doing? So stupid.
My bad. I give you a suggestion and then you lose the piece. I feel somewhat responsible for that.
How dare you?
I'm more confused as to how I cannot find the damn thing.
Are you on carpet?
No, I've got hardwood floor and stuff below me.
I dropped a piece once and I was scared to death that I accidentally dropped in the trash that was right beside me and I was like, oh no.
There's
I've
a
had that happen to me.
there's a Prismacolor pen in between my desk pieces that I can't get. Yeah.
Do you want some help with that?
Oh, you're not going to be able to help me either.
No?
No. Like, if it was magnetic, it'd probably be about the only way I can get out of there without disassembling part of my desk. Like, it's bye-bye. It's gone.
Okay.
It lives there now.
Until
Until we move.
I've sized them. That's the problem. This
We
thing
upgrade
just
you guys?
beanied and just disappeared. That dang Houdini piece over here, it disappeared.
He's gone. It did the Heath Ledger Joker magic trick.
Yeah, more or less. Like I didn't even hear like an inkling of it happening, so I thought maybe it fell into my trash can because I had my trash cans. Like when I built a model kit, I put my trash can like right at my knees so I could just drop stuff in.
Rookie mistake.
Did you have you stood up since you dropped it?
No, actually, as you say that, I pulled back a fold of my shorts that was sitting in my lap the entire time.
Yep. That was going to be my next suggestion. Is it in your lap?
Yeah, he was into that.
I actually had a piece. It was a piece that I had painted not too unrecently. How the hell do you want to say it? How would you say that? I had a piece I had painted recently enough that it was still tacky a little bit in one little spot, and it fell and it stuck to the side of my pant leg on my pajamas. And I looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked, and I sat down because I was like, well, fuck it. I guess I just don't need that piece right now. And I was going to make another one because I think it was a piece of sprue that I had cut for something. And I sat down, and I pulled myself up, and I was going about my business, and I was making another one, and I dropped that piece. And then when I looked down, I saw the little piece of white sticking next to my, like, sticking to the side of my pant leg. And I'm like, oh, there's that. Cool. Now I don't have to make this fucking thing again. I was pretty happy about that.
And that was me because I had been. I think it was. Oh, phone just fell. Oopsie. I think it was building one of the Alto ground types, and I was looking for a piece for its melee weapon because the 30-man mission kits, a lot of them come with except for the Seal Novas, they don't come with a melee weapon, but a lot of the other kits, they come with their own these little melee weapon parts where it's pretty much a handle, and then it comes with a little front-facing shield piece looking thing that kind of makes it like a knuckle type weapon almost.
Okay.
And you can buy some of these other like kits that will give it. You can like put a blade on it instead. You can turn it into like a machete or a katana or a spear or whatever. And I was building the ground type, and I was looking for, and I was on this pretty much was at the end, and I was looking for its the piece that goes on the end. And I was like, I could not find it. And well, I checked it, and yet again, this is not the first. Like I said, this is not the first time I had a part fall into the trash. I looked into the trash, and there it was sitting inside the bag of the rudder it was a part of. I was like, aha, you sneaky bastard.
There it is. I was looking for you. Uh-oh, my phone's gonna die.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's alright, I got about another probably 10 minutes to stream here. Anyway. I know I'm technically supposed to go till 1:30, but well, technically I'm supposed to be working till 1:30. That doesn't mean I have to keep streaming till 1:30. 3 hours is a long time to stream, holy shit.
Yeah, it definitely is.
We're saying till 1:30, and it's 2:36 here, so I believe y'all are an hour behind me, so technically it's 1:30.
We're 2 hours behind you.
Oh, Morgan.
I think pretty much everyone in the Mecha group is 2 hours ahead of us. You know,
Except for Cloudy.
where's Cloud?
I don't know, but we're only
An hour?
Hour? Yeah.
Well, Cloud's in the same place as Kaiser, I thought. I thought they were all in Illinois, Chicago.
Well, I mean,
Most of the group.
we literally live like 20 minutes away from the time zone, so.
Yeah.
Oh. I think everybody except me is all each other. They're all an hour behind me.
So yeah, well that would make sense. Well, I know David's on East Coast, Eastern Standard.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm in the place where you're currently waiting for an update. Hey. Get that joke.
You guys get the ball to drop, a whole 3 hours before the rest of the world.
No, I'm saying. I was trying to say, it's like I'm in the place where you said you were waiting for an update to finish.
Oh, Appalachia.
It's like West Virginia, Mount Mama. Like I live in that place.
Updates to finish overfollow.
It took me a minute. Yeah. I was like, wait, what does he mean? Oh, I get it now.
And
So
you're saying on your PS4 you're waiting for Fallout 76 to update.
I am. Yep. Not that I play the freaking game anymore, but my brother still plays. And so when I try to link up with him to chat, sometimes I'll just log on there just to chat with him.
Yeah.
And then I'll just.
What is your PS?
That is a good question. It's either Pestilence or Warui Janai. I don't.
It's Warui Janai.
Is it Warui Janai?
Yep, there it is.
Is it all just one word or?
Yeah, usually.
Okay. No, he says yeah.
I believe so.
I don't know. It's bad of me, I'm sure.
Or is it spelled like how you had your YouTube thing?
Yeah. I can't imagine you're going to find any other users with that name.
Well, I'm typing in certain things, Well, there's a Wari-Janai. It's spelled as Jinai.
Okay, is it a picture of the motorcycle girl with the skull on it from
Is that a girl?
yeah, it's a girl from Rival Schools?
No, it's a basketball.
Yeah, that's not me.
Alright, but you said girl with skull thing, so I'll just type in Wari and go through the 400 players and see if I can find it there.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Maybe.
It might be underscores. It might be Warui underscore.
Warui, and it's got 400 people, and then I tried putting in like. Oh, that could be it.
With an underscore?
Underscore. Aha! I put underscore J. I see picture with person that looks like cycle helmet with skull on it.
That'd be her. Yep. I can't think of her name. I think it was Akira.
It was like she's got like a red left hand and stuff. She's got like spiked shoulders.
Yeah. Yep, that's her. If you've never played Rival Schools, I highly recommend it. It's a fun game.
David's leaving. He says
No, never played it.
It's a Capcom Capcom fighter.
Oh, okay.
It's actually where Sakura comes from, the little wannabe Ryu girl protege.
Oh, okay. I've been wanting a reason to play this game again. But it's like I just don't want to just hop on there and play by myself.
Oh, a Fallout.
Well, that I'll just. I mean, PS4. I've been playing Conan Exile.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Yeah, Fallout. On PS4, me and a friend. It's going good.
Yeah.
Me and a friend just took the time and because it turns out there's like a dungeon underneath the tavern in that one friendly, friendly air quotation marks town on Conan.
What's up?
Sarah's having quite a time.
No, she's. I think she wants us to listen to some Hamilton. Or go put it on the TV while we work later. Over lunch.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna play Game on public stream.
I don't know. I don't think
Yeah.
there's been any feedback on the what are we gonna do this afternoon streaming.
I'm not streaming. That's the extent of what I know.
Well, I actually updated with, okay, well, this is what's going on since it's the first what did we do Wednesdays. And I haven't had a chance to put a poll up yet of what everyone thinks we should do. Here's what I'm planning to do, and what's everyone's input.
Oh, I see.
That's what I've put up. And this bronze is so close to copper, which I guess makes sense. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of brass. That's the color I'm thinking of. It's like gold, but it's still kind of yellowy. Well, that's probably what I'll do. Is I'll probably come over this with a color, gold color, with that opaque. And that'll give me that nice kind of mottled yellow gold that I'm after. That doesn't get any bronze. It just gets gold. I just gotta wait for everything to dry. So, gotta wait for everything to dry, and then I can flip it over finally. I can't really do anything until things dry. I'm not getting into my spray cans today, I don't think. I was thinking about it, but I don't think I'm going to. And
Okay, out of all things, on PlayStation, do you have Soul Calibur 6?
nope. I have Fallout 76 with all of its updates, and that pretty much eats up our entire fucking 500 gigabytes. So ridiculous how much data that game needs.
Well, you say that, just don't look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare then.
Which won't be a problem because it's not. So I'm actually not at all good with first-person shooters. It's funny because I'll play Fallout 76 in first-person mode, but for the game immersion, and I don't do PvP. I'm not geared that way. One of the things that's held me back permanently from ever getting into digital art is I can't make the disconnect between staring at the screen and working in my lap. Like I can't do that. I think it's a really special skill for some people. The advent of the Cintiq, of course, makes things a little bit more easier for people like me, and I would like to one day get my hands on one.
I basically have.
I was just about to say Nelly basically has one now. She has a Art something Pro.
It's a XP Pen.
XP Pen Pro that she's using, and one of these days I'd like to actually play around with that and see if it's even worth investing in the big screen tablet for that kind of thing. But until that day comes, I got plenty of other shit to work on, so I'm not too worried about getting into that at the moment. Oh, it's probably gonna shut off any second. It's at 10%. Yeah, I'm assuming David's already gone. Bye, David.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming. That's delayed and late. For sure.
You when he was left.
I know. I fucking my head's in 5 million other places. You know this. Oh. No, I think I'm just gonna. I think that's it. I think that's it for now. That's a considerable amount of work done. I think we're gonna call it. So the phone's gonna die. I'm gonna kill the stream. It was cool hanging with you there, Rayquaza, Coron. I don't know what to call you other than either of those things.
Yeah.
I mean,
What you want to go with?
With the beard, I might just refer to you as the Enchanter Tim.
What the? He has a beard?
That one, so.
But yeah, it's been fun. So I will hang up with this before it actually finally does die. It's at 4%. Nope, it's gonna die. So later. And yeah, as far as stream goes, I'm not going to make it another 45 minutes. I don't really have anything else to do here. I mean, I suppose I could do a quick doodle sketch or something, but there's nobody here anyway, I don't think. Is there? Yeah, that was the... Did you hear that? That was the death sound. That was the... Loop! I've died.
I'm going to turn off in 30 seconds?
Yeah. No, it didn't wait 30 seconds. It died. That was it. It's done.
I am also going to take a break. I sent out 2 more work in progresses. And I finished 2, 3, 2. Anyways, I'm gonna take a break.
So these are the back sides of the wings. We're getting some color in there. And we'll come in. I think tomorrow I'll do gold. Ow! That hurt.
What'd you do?
Oh, I just hit my hand on the bottom of the desk here. Let's get some cool shiny light on there. Ooh. So we got some silver, some copper, some bronze, and then we'll throw some gold on there. This will be the gold. The only reason I didn't really get into this right now is because it requires a lot more cleanup and stuff, and I got to work with it pretty quickly and a lot of it very fast. So maybe later today, if I run out of stuff to do, I might work on that. Otherwise, I believe my next YouTube stream is Friday morning, so I may not do anything again until Friday morning. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Other than that, we'll see you guys around. Thanks for coming, if there's anyone here, or thanks for viewing if you've decided to wade through the last basically 2 hours of this video from the archives on YouTube. And mash that like, subscribe button, whatever, to keep up to date with the content, and make sure you don't miss any streams if this is something you're into doing. I will eventually do video editing, and I'll do that kind of stuff with tutorial videos and whatnot. So we'll get into that. And yeah, other than that, everyone take care, have a good one, and we'll see you soon.